feel like ain't seven. Put lines up through my ashes. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings. Feel like heaven. This shit feel like ain't seven.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Money Down, the Believe Network. Another live episode coming at you on this Tuesday night. Let some people pile in, man. And I will say, yeah, Pop Off Squad, yeah. Make sure we just got a Discord now. Make sure y'all subscribe, get on, join that Money Down Discord.
Yes, sir.
It's been popping off real quick. Have some shout out to our guys, Wapo and company, for helping us get that started because we've been meaning to do that for a while. Be great to interact with our community, with some fans, do some giveaways, chop it up. We big gamers too, so we got some chats in there for gaming with the Call of Duty, Madden, 2K, college football, all of that too. So
don't be scared. Come get this work.
Yeah. No, definitely don't be scared for sure. But it's gonna be dope. Excited to see how that community grows, and I said it'd be a ton of fun. But we'll get back to it, man. We been starting off all of our episodes. Last few episodes were icebreakers. This one's a little bit different. a little switch up here. If y'all could have any superpower in the world, what would you want to have and why?
I'll be able to teleport, dog. I'll be here, Tokyo, China. I'll be all over the place, man. Literally in like the same day. You feel me? I'll be teleporting my ass everywhere, fam. But that'll be the one. It's some good superpowers, man. Good superpowers.
Okay, I was gonna say teleport since you said teleport. Something along the same lines. Wish I could fly then. If I could fly myself,
what's good, Marlo?
Fly all around the world, just take off and get wherever I need to be. The only thing about that, weather and all that, dealing with flying and weather, I don't know how that would work. Hopefully my superpower will be able to block all the cold air and all that junk. But yeah, I think I would fly because whatever. I'm going from here to Italy, this and that. I could take on the scenery as I'm getting there. I guess that's the only thing about teleporting. You don't really get the whole scenery in the air as you get in there. So I say fly. How about you, Warren?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know.
Really? This is the first time you ain't got a damn answer, bro.
Well, I already got super strength, so I gotta take that off the board. Big dog over here, big dog, you know what I'm saying?
When the last time you lifted a weight?
2 days ago.
Hey, James.
How much?
What you lifted, bro? Come on, you talking about you got super strength.
No,
I'll give you that.
What you lift, man?
Well, it's been a while since college. Dang, bro, you hating it. Well, I'm tapping into my dad's strength. You know what I'm saying? Baby ain't here. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to feel, child on the way, getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all dad, y'all know what that means.
How much weight does you keep beating around the bush?
Obviously, I'm not trying to answer the question. Obviously, I say I'm still in 5+ for squat. Like that ain't going nowhere.
Damn.
I'll probably max out at 315 on the bench, to be honest with you, for one. And I'll probably struggle if I'm gonna keep it a band with you. Like it's been a while. If I could do anything, bro, you know what? I have super speed because I hate running. So just to be able to add that to my repertoire, it'd be super speed. I don't care. I can run anywhere. And then I actually like running. Yeah, it'd probably be super speed.
Yeah,
that's a tough question, bro.
Somebody telekinesis. Who else we got in there? We got.
You say
go back in
time.
time.
I ain't gonna lie, that might be the one, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm kind of scared of that Bitcoin stuff.
Yeah, that dropped off for a little bit now.
Hey, what you mean? Hey, you can still cash out on Bitcoin and be a billionaire if you put the money. You remember? Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, James. You remember, like, I can't remember what year it was. What year of ours it was? It might have been third or fourth year when Bitcoin had just been talked about, and a group of us were talking about like putting in $200-$300 into Bitcoin. Like we literally talked about doing that investing. There I was just like, nah, cryptocurrency ain't going nowhere. We ain't do no research. And look at us now. James still ready.
Hey, listen, y'all boys would have been paid.
Bro,
On 200, y'all was spending 200 on video games, 200 on shoes.
Yeah, quick 200.
Yeah, but this was also a time where like that check had to stretch. So like I wouldn't about to put it on no investment, knowing I had to do grocery.
Warren, you for sure spent $200 on food, bro, at Wisconsin, man.
I had to maintain.
You could have invested that 200, bro.
Shoot, no, I don't know about that.
Ain't know nothing about that for real back then. Perk put in there. He like to read minds. I think that'd be another great idea to kind of.
That's gonna mess you up, though.
That's gonna mess me up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I fear rejection, and if somebody making fun of me, dog, bro, I'm gonna be hurting my heart.
I'm gonna say, what, you just gonna beat them up, like?
Hey, can you just whoop him out of nowhere?
What's you saying? Like, bro, I ain't say nothing, bro. You thinking about?
Oh man, that would be crazy, man. But if we really kick this show off, man, the draft is coming up on Thursday. So, in sight of that, we're going to do our own little mock draft here. So we'll just go off the top 12 picks in this 2025 NFL draft. I'll start off with number 1. We'll kind of go off each other's picks and see how this things go. So Perk will pop the little draft order up in there. So number 1 overall pick, Tennessee Titans. I think that's kind of seems self-explanatory kind of at this point. Cam Ward on his streams and all that, talking about, AJ Brown ain't, Calvin Ridley and all that. So it seemed like I know he's a confident dude. So it just seems like he's the clear number 1 at this point. So I'll go Cam Ward.
GM sold. I'm going Travis. Give me Travis Hunter at 2. I think all of us have some love for the Pats. From your involvement with them, I'd love to see him in the Patriots uniform, but I think it's looking more like he going to Cleveland.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, so we got Giants. What you doing? What you doing, GM Warren?
They just been to Russ too, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Wapo said Carter to the Giant. I was just thinking about that. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Abdul Carter for sure.
You going to duel to the Giants? They got 2 pass rushers.
Yeah, they got.
You can't never have enough.
Yeah, that's true too.
You can't never have enough.
But I feel like if they draft him, Kayvon Thibodeau gotta be out of there. Something.
It's 2 sides.
He just traded. Yeah, Brian Burns.
Oh, Brian Burns, that's right. But how long Brian Burns got though? How long of a contract?
They front loaded him. That's bad, bro.
He got that cheddar chicken.
Can't never have too much. He a young buck too.
All right, pick number 4, man. New England Patriots on the clock. Y'all done took Travis Hunter and you done took Abdul Carter. Ooh.
That's how the draft be in real life.
Yeah.
That's the whole draft up, bro.
Woo. What should we do here? If those 2 people gone, I'm probably gonna go Will Campbell. I've been seeing some people saying the Ashton Genty and all that. Look, I wouldn't necessarily mind that, but I do believe my dog Ramondre Stevens is still solid, man. Last year as an offense, we just weren't that great. He didn't have his best year, but I feel like he'll shake back this year. I'll go Will Campbell since I love his interviews. I know everybody talking about how big he is and his wingspan and all that stuff. I don't really care. If you could block, man. I don't care if you're 6 foot, 6'2", whatever your weight is. I'll rock with Will Campbell.
I was gonna throw a wrench in there and say Shador at the Jags first pick, but I'm gonna go, man. Give me Michael Myers, man. I'm gonna go Ashton Jennings, running back to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, it's time for T-Law got to tighten up though. It's time running out.
They're seeing some people. I think Pat Jones. He says rumored that they're trying to ship Trevor Lawrence. I don't know how true that is, but he say he got sources. I don't know. We'll see about all that. So the Raiders.
He don't know. Man, you got a minute, bro. The clock.
Hey, it's only been 10 seconds.
First round, you got you got time.
You got what's the what Raiders need? They need offensive linemen,
quarterback. They got Geno.
They need receiver. They don't have a one. Yeah. I'm gonna go Ted. Ooh, I'm gonna go Ted. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ted. Yeah. I'm gonna go Ted.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick. Oh man, well, I got New York Jets. So that's who up next. Let me see. Yeah, New York Jets. Ooh, on the clock.
Hey, Purdy, you know how to spell that boy name. I feel you, man.
Oh, New York Jets. This is a tough little choice. I'm gonna go Tyler Warren, tight end out of Penn State. I'm gonna go him. Number 7 overall. A lot of versatility there. You got Justin Fields, you got your backs, you got Garrett Wilson. I think you need another playmaker out there, which Tyler Warren could provide that. I'm gonna go Tyler Warren to the New York Jets.
Panthers at 8. Ooh, this might be a stretch. It might be too early, but I'm gonna go Luther Burden.
Luther Burden.
I'm gonna go Luther Burden from Mizzou. I think that's all. I think that's really what Bryce Young missing. He missing another receiver, somebody else that can kind of stretch the field. I know he kind of turned it on a little bit late, but I think this the year, man. Carolina might make some noise, dog. They might.
I like Luther Burden.
I do too.
You know, little what? He's St. Louis right there. That's right by your town,
yes,
Warren.
Sir.
Warren was gassing him up all year, man. All year, like.
Sir. Number 9, Saints. They need a receiver. They need a receiver.
Quarterback too.
Might need a quarterback too.
That's my sleeper team right there. I'm gonna let you go, Warren, but I got a pick for them.
I'm gonna go with Shador. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shador.
Ooh, I got them Bears. Ooh, that's kind of tough. Got a receiver last year. They need to shore up that offensive line. So I'm gonna go Kelvin Banks out of Texas. I'm gonna go Kelvin Banks for the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
Dang. Hey, wow, pick 11. What the 49ers need? They need everything at this point.
He said they need Batman.
They need a receiver. They need a receiver.
They need Batman. They need receiver. They need edge rushers. They need all type of stuff.
Probably corner.
You know what? Give me Will out of Michigan, dog. Yeah, go ahead and go to that system where you can look at the queue, make some plays, bro. San Fran, that tax is gonna hit your ass, but hey. Last one. Them boys now.
They need
the best for last.
They need a running back, but I don't think they're gonna go running back with if Genty's off the board. I'm gonna go with.
Probably need a receiver.
I was either gonna go with Buddy out of Texas or
Matthew Golden.
That's tough.
Golden.
I'm gonna go Matthew Golden. Yeah, you need somebody on the other side of. You need somebody on the other side of CD.
Lamb.
Matthew Golden. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with him or Emeka Egbuka, but I think they can go Matthew Golden for sure. If that's the case.
Solid. Yeah,
I want to see. Is his name Jackson Dart from Ole Miss?
Yeah, Jackson Dart from Ole Miss.
I want to see him in New Orleans so bad, bro. I think he's the perfect fit. That's early though. That might be a little too early to take him, but I think he'll fit in though.
Membu, yeah. You know what?
No. You already put the slip in.
No.
Slip in already. It's over.
No, I'm reading the comments. I ain't changing nothing. Just people we ain't think of, like Michael Williams out of Georgia. A lot of these teams need an edge rusher. Guys that could potentially go in the first round. Like it's you got options in the top 10.
We were real offensive heavy, huh?
Yeah, we went real offensive. Yeah, we went real offensive. I mean, outside of the top 2 that you know for sure. I mean, top 10, top 12. A lot of teams probably are gonna go offense.
Yeah. Jalen Walker, he a gamer. He a gamer for sure. I can see New York get him too. I could have went with him.
Not if Abdul. Not if Abdul.
For the Jets. I'm talking about for the Jets.
Oh, for the Jets.
Yeah, my fault. For the New York Jets, but along the same lines, of the draft and everything. I mean, there is some rumors that some teams will trade up or intrigued to trade up to get Travis Hunter at that number 2 overall pick out of any team that's not in that whatever top 4 to 5 range. What team do y'all think it is that's going to be that aggressive to trade up and get Travis Hunter?
It's damn near only one team, bro. It seems at this point.
What you thinking?
Damn Howie, bro, in Philly.
Philly.
Bro, he got the pick, bro. Like, not to be funny either. I can see it. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of rumors come out of that Philly camp with AJ maybe putting a New England jersey on, or even at 2, like being shipped and going to Cleveland. And Philly getting that number 2 pick. It's this is the time of year, bro. You never know with these teams, man. It might be somebody. Kansas City might make it, it's just. But my thing is, y'all boys, what do you give up to move to that 2 spot? Like, I don't know, bro.
I can see Jackson. I can see Jacksonville.
You got to give up your first. You got to give up your next year first, probably. Maybe a second included.
But Wapo brings up a pretty good point. There's rumors about Trevor Lawrence, and this and that. You trade him to Cleveland for that number 2 overall pick. Go up and get Travis Hunter, like all that. I mean, I don't know if that's gonna be like a crazy trade for your first.
How does that work though with money wise though? With like I know they discombobulated with Cleveland contract. Yeah. I don't know what the hell going on.
Cleveland ended up picking up that contract. That's pretty much what it ends up being. They get their quarterback of the future and this and that, and and then the Jags, they go up and get Travis Hunter, get a playmaker. They need some receiver help in Jacksonville. They need some DB help too. So I feel like that's a great fit. And hey, maybe the Jags end up trading back into the first round. Go get Shador too, man. That'd be wild. That'd definitely be wild to do some joint like that. But I can see that happening. For Jacksonville. He from Florida. Moved to Georgia. All that. That's all right there, close by Jacksonville. So I feel like that'd be a good look. New head coach. I mean, you definitely got to figure out the quarterback situation though. If you're going to do that, type of move. But
that boy say Duval.
Duval.
Coach got to get a little better Duval, man. I'm a fan. I ain't excited, bro.
He a good OC though. He a good OC. So we'll see if he's a good head coach. You never know how that ends up, shaking out. He could be a great play caller, but he may not be a great leader or man. So we'll see how it shakes out for Liam Cohen. I thought, and Wapo put in the Discord too. I thought we could talk about this too. Draft experience for all of us. Obviously, we all experience different stuff. Draft day, draft weekend, all that stuff. I know for me, knew I wasn't going in the first round, clearly. So first round, I sat there, watched, a pretty good portion of it. Probably like pick 15, 20. Then I think I went out with my friends like later on that night and just checked the rest of it on my phone. And one of my friends that I trained with ended up getting drafted to like Kansas City and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. D4, but other than that, didn't really care too much. That second day, I don't know why, but I threw a party at the crib. I threw a party at the crib. Hey, everybody at the house, family, friends, at grandma's house, food, everything like that. I mean, I honestly didn't know, whether I was gonna get drafted in the second round or not, but I thought it could have been a possibility. No running backs went in the first round. There's still, at that point in time, where running backs weren't going in the first round, so. Second and third round, I thought it was a possibility. Went to the Senior Bowl, had the Atlanta Falcons, staff as my coaching staff. Did pretty good there. Thought that could be a possibility. Went on my, top 30 visit to New England. That went well. Actually, my meeting with Ivan Fierce, running back coach, he was like, I could see somebody, taking you in the second round. So that kind of. I'm like, oh, for real? I'm like, oh, for real? That's crazy. I wasn't thinking that at first. So I thought it was a possibility I can go in the second round, but through a party, that day, and the running back start getting, picked off the board at like second and third round. You had like Bishop Sankey. Then you had Devontae Freeman going the second and third round. You start seeing backs going off. And I'm sure just like for y'all, you start seeing your position get taken. Obviously you start comparing yourself to them other people. Not that those other people aren't good, but you like damn, like
better than them.
I'm better than them. Like I'm supposed to go, and that's the hard part of the draft for real, because when your position starts getting taken and it ain't you, that joint hurt because you just sitting there waiting for that phone to buzz or get a little bit of something. Like obviously everybody else around you, if you have people there, they having a good time, which rightfully so they are. But for you, it's pretty nerve-wracking. So I had that party that second day, didn't get drafted, in the second or third round. So, everybody leaving, everybody that it's gonna be all right, trying to hug you. Oh, everybody trying to hug you. It's gonna be all right, man. You're gonna get picked tomorrow, like this and that. But yeah, definitely going to sleep that night definitely, wasn't a great feeling. No, it's only gonna be like one day left. I didn't really care at that point. I just, wanted to hear my name called. I just wanted an opportunity. I just need to prove myself at the end of the day. But where I woke up that next day, obviously didn't have the crazy amount of people there the next day. It was just, me, my wife, both of my grandmas, my mom, dad, my brother, I'm pretty sure was there at the time. They ended up getting picked, in the fourth round, to the Patriots. Got that phone call, it's Bill and it's, Mr. Crab. And once I saw that phone ring, saw the, Foxborough, Massachusetts, I kind of knew what it was. And if it wasn't going to be, New England, the Baltimore Ravens they picked like 2 picks later, and Coach Hammock was there in Baltimore. I know he was trying to put in the word to get me there. So I figured it was going to be, one of those 2 spots. But yeah, man, it was definitely cool to get that opportunity for sure. But yeah, that draft stuff is nerve-wracking, dog.
Yeah. Like the rest was history too, bro. Going to New England, bro, he couldn't pick a better spot to land that. The draft process, man, that shit sucked. Especially, especially too though. Like, I was one of those players again. Like, I knew I wasn't going first, second day. Kind of figured third day. For me, my thought process was the numbers and stuff that you put in college. Like, I wasn't the best, corner to ever come through Wisconsin, but I did, I was able to break some records, walked away with 9 picks. Like, you would think that is gonna, get you drafted. But I kind of knew, I just kind of knew, the big knock on me was my size, right? Like, I had all type of people from Rod Woodson, who at the time was the secondary coach for the Raiders. He was like, man, honestly, bro, like, I had you as a second round pick, graded as a second round pick. It's just like, I'll be 100 with you, like, just 5'9". Like, a lot of people gonna shy away from you for that. But so obviously, getting smoke blown from certain teams. Like, honestly, I thought the Colts or I thought the Jets, man. The Jets called me like 4 or 5 times, bro. Just random people, security calling me. You sure you ain't got no tickets or anything? I'm like, motherfucker, no. Like, did all your research. So I kind of, thought that maybe I would have landed at those 2 spots. But not getting that call definitely hurt a little bit. But like you said, bro, at the end of the day, you just need an opportunity. I think, the draft process, you learn how much politics is involved in it. I'll tell anybody out there, don't listen to a person telling you an agent can't get you drafted, because if you get the right one, they could definitely pull some strings. I ain't saying they could definitely pull some strings, bro. But it's just a process that you got to go through. And I think, when you get there, it makes you a little bit more humble and excited to, I finally accomplish your dream, even if it's drafted or undrafted. So shitty experience, but at the same time, cool at the same time, for sure.
I don't even talk about that. I don't even talk about that.
You got to share, man.
Nah, it was what it was. I didn't get drafted. I was an undrafted free agent. I think I had a really good opportunity based on like my 4th year going into my 5th year. I think tearing my MCL like my 5th year, I think really hurt. Getting feedback of like, that's what really hurt your opportunity at like going to like the Senior Bowl or the East-West Shrine game. Like, it took a lot of time away from me being able to put more on tape. Yeah. So being able to, do well and whatnot at the pro day and whatnot, I think helped out a lot, helped me get back into some people's, minds and whatnot. But for me, I knew it was either going to be either super, super late or undrafted. So I kind of had an expectation. Obviously, you always want to hear your name called. That's the whole point of, wanting to be drafted and whatnot. And unfortunately, I was at a track meet. I knew it was. I would give it a buck. I was at one of my brother's track meets. They was running and all that stuff. And I was, saying about it, I have a phone in my pocket just in case. Had a couple of people call me, not for like, I had my agent call me a couple times. I want to say Minnesota called. I want to say Kansas City called. Atlanta called. But it, wasn't anything set in stone or nothing like that. It's, hey, we're looking at you, hold on tight. If we can get you, we'll take you, things like that. But nothing nothing to be like, oh shoot, this is it. Yeah. So I was just waiting, and then I knew once it was over, I'd be getting those calls for that little period, where everybody's trying to get their undrafted free agents and whatnot. So ended up getting called for that. Had a couple of teams call and kind of made a decision based on scheme and availability and whatnot or fit. And that's kind of how it worked for me. It was super quick, super easy, painless. Didn't have to rip no Band-Aids or nothing like that. Knew what it was going to be and made the most of my opportunity, bro. It was fire. I mean, I probably played the best football of my life in the preseason and leading up through camp and all that stuff. So I wouldn't have changed it for the world. Obviously would have loved to keep playing, but things happen. It is what it is.
No, for sure. It is what it is. I mean, hey, sometimes that'd be the best way to do it.
Honestly, you get to choose yourself where you're going and all that stuff. Yeah,
but I'm saying even the way you handle like the draft day stuff, just go out and do something. It's like so you ain't sitting there, thinking this. Until like them people that be sitting there in the green room, I don't know how they do that. Like you think you going first?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Now I was still, I was still in my feelings now because there was a bunch of D linemen that went in the 5th, 6th, and 7th round that I was better than
that sucked, bro. You just said.
I would keep it at that, and not all of them. Don't get me wrong. Some of them put in some work and are still playing. Shout out to them.
All of them.
But a lot of them put a lot better film on tape. Like you could not convince me otherwise. Like it was playing it cut and dry. Like, even after injury and all that stuff, I was still outperformed. But you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't bitter or nothing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man. It's that draft process crazy. It's stressful, man. So I mean, shout out to the people that's gonna be going through it. This weekend, whether you're going first round or going undrafted, you get that opportunity. Hopefully, y'all get to make the most of it and hopefully get to play as long as you possibly can. And that's what it's all about. Shout out to Beastmo from Germany. Are you going out to Green Bay? Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've been seeing them tagging us and stuff. Yeah. I wonder how that came about. That's dope, bro. Like I'm sure they probably fly you from Germany to Green Bay.
That's gonna be fire, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I'll be out there in Green Bay. I was fortunate enough to be selected to make a draft pick this weekend, so that'll be a pretty cool experience. There's actually a lot of former Wisconsin players that's gonna be there. A lot of our former teammates and stuff. So that'd be cool to chop it up with them. See them, and hopefully I don't get one of those difficult names to pronounce. Man, they gotta kind of keep a little. Enunciation guide. I don't want to mess up nobody.
Hey, don't put no Jamal Charles on us, bro.
Don't do that, bro.
Respect. Hey, shout out to JC with. Hey, come on.
Hey, Warren, you funny as hell, bro.
Nah, I ain't.
Hey, what pick you got? You got pick 2?
The second round pick 30. Hopefully the Patriots don't trade it. We known for trading picks and all that stuff. That'd be crazy, but it's gonna be a ton of fun. I mean, it'd be different being out in Green Bay, but Lambeau's definitely beautiful stadium. Obviously ain't too much to do other than go check out the stadium, but hey, it should be a fun experience.
You played in Green Bay?
We only played there my rookie year, but I didn't play. I was inactive for that one. It was brick too. Woo! It was in December.
Ooh,
oh man.
You ain't moving around. Nothing.
It was bad, bro. That's probably one of the coldest times of my life sitting out there.
Colder than the AFC chip.
Just because I wasn't playing. And then the Bill like, you're not playing, don't sit on the heated benches and like all that. Like, man, like, look here.
Damn, I would have had that big ass puff jacket, boy. You wouldn't even see me, boy.
Had one of them too, then.
Or ski mask on, puff jacket, 3 jackets
on sleeve.
Yeah, what?
Oh, that man. Oh man, but some other NFL news is reported that 3 players from the 49ers are seeking new deals. Brock Purdy, Fred Warner, and George Kittle, obviously, great players for them. 49ers are going through a little bit of some turnover there. They lost Greenlaw, lost Fonga, they traded Deebo Samuel, so already losing some key players from previous season, and now a couple of their guys two of them who've already been paid pretty decently, I'm pretty sure. They want to re-up, and then Brock Purdy won his deal too, based on the way he's performed, his first 3 or 4 years in the league. So with them seeking new deals and with some of the turnover that they've had, what do y'all think the 49ers should do? You gotta pay, you gotta re-up these dudes.
Let Brock go get somebody in the draft.
You tweaking, bro.
Hey, they in my division, bro. I'm trying to see the worst.
You trying to see the worst.
I've been saying it, bro, since last year, man. That window closed. I don't know. You better get rid of some of them bad contracts. They still got to pay, or they still paying Trent Williams. I'm sure
they still paying Bosa.
Still paying Bosa. They just paid the corner. Like just played Brandon Ayuk, right? Like I don't know, fam. He probably trade some of these people, but you can't. Brock can't walk. Fred
can't walk either.
Fred can't walk either.
Hold on. I got a question.
I think out of the three,
why can't Brock walk?
Nah,
bro. I was just gonna start over again.
Yeah.
Is Brock gonna win you a Super Bowl?
He might. He close.
He close. He been close. They probably obviously should have, would have, could have.
Us to talk about,
but they would have probably beat Philly that year. That them backs. I mean, everybody, the quarterbacks hurt. They got hurt in that game.
Coulda, shoulda, bro. Horseshoes and hand grenades, bro. You
need a quarterback, bro. You need a.
I understand that, but if you're gonna start over, you might as well start over fresh. I mean, if Brock ain't gonna get you there, why not move on instead of paying?
What did they do? He just ain't win it.
Did Brock get you there, or did your
he did his part
and the pieces around you?
But he didn't hurt him.
I get it.
He didn't hurt him. I tell you that much.
Hey Warren, bro, you ain't. The GM role ain't looking too hot.
But here's the only reason I say that is because we literally just sat here and talked about. You literally just said the door's closed, right?
Yeah,
so if you want to get back to winning, like if Brock's not going to do that for you, if you have Brock now and you decide you want to pay him, is that door going to open back up for you? Probably not. So why not start over and figure out a different way to get back into the conversation if Brock ain't going to do it for you when the door's closed? If Brock ain't elite enough to change the game for you, then why not start over and find somebody that could?
Why is Brock being we just named like 6 people that's making north of 70 on your team.
I asked specifically about Brock Purdy because he's looking for an X sum of money, which he deserves, but because based off his performance. But if he's not going to get you to where you want to go back into contention, why not drop that bread, pick up a young quarterback that you can mold? You have a first round pick, and there's a lot of good quarterbacks coming out of the draft, coming out into the draft. What you mean? Cam Ward's the door you just talked about. Jackson Dart.
Cam Ward gone. Jackson Dart might be there.
They have a top 12 pick.
And are they? I'm saying you saying get rid of Brock and draft them. And
I'm not saying
hold on. What I'm saying is,
but is it worth paying all that money if the door's already closed?
Yes, you need a quarterback, fam.
Yeah, you got. If you got one that's showing.
I'm not saying that you don't need a quarterback, but why not go get another good one in the draft that's young and start molding?
I get what you're saying.
And surround him with pieces that you do want to pay the bread for.
So, but you're saying surround him with pieces. Who is out there that you gonna go pay? Or
you can try to figure it out if you're shedding the contract that you might have to pay Brock Purdy, because you're not about to pay him no chunk change. You about to pay him a bag based off. And if you just said your window of winning is closed, and you have a quarterback that isn't gonna help you, he's not a Lamar, he's not a Josh Allen. Let me finish. He's not a Matt Stafford. He's not a Patrick Mahomes, because those type of quarterbacks, regardless of what else you have around you, that window is somewhat open because of what they've been able to do and what they put on tape. Brock is not going to do. He's not Tom. He's not going to reopen that window for you if you surround him with pieces that aren't elite, in my opinion. So why waste the money when you can go get a good quarterback in the draft and start over anyway? I don't think it's worth.
You bugging, bro.
What do you mean?
Because you legit make it seem like this man wasn't just in the Super Bowl.
I'm
2
not
years ago.
saying
Hold on. He was just in the Super Bowl and was just in the NFC Championship. So you saying like he's not Matt Stafford? He's not like, no, he is. He is in that. He is in that category.
You're gonna put him in a category. You're gonna put him in a game changing category. You literally Bro, if San Fran was in the same boat and had Lamar on their team, you would not say that window is closed. You would not say
Yes,
would always have a chance.
Yes, why would I not say that? Yeah, the window's closed because Debo hurt. Hold on, the window's closed because Debo been bullshitting. Brandon Ayuk hurt. Who knows what the hell going on with Christian McCaffrey? Let's just keep it real with that. Like, if we're talking about shedding contract and shedding money, we really need to look at CMC and figure out what's all going on with that Achilles stuff. Because that ain't just no like, oh, he might be okay next year. Like, no, it's some real danger behind that whole situation.
I just look at
my thing is you got 7, you legit got probably 6-7 players on your team that's making a bunch of money. Why you not shedding those contracts and figuring out and locking your quarterback up?
I'm not saying you can't. You can shed those contracts and still go get some veteran presence in the free agency.
Trent on the back end,
that's fine.
He gonna still be wanting to get paid. Freaking Christian McCaffrey, call it what it is. He on the back end,
but that's a contract you can drop.
George Kittle, I love GK, great tight end, but this year, what, like 6-7? Like, I'm not saying don't pay him.
Might be more than that.
Yeah. he damn near getting to the back end. So you talking about guys asking for new contracts versus a guy that's been your first contract. This gonna be his first major contract. Oh, and by the way, he been taking the homie deals. Like, I won't say homie deals, but hasn't been getting paid as he should.
We're getting paid breadcrumbs.
But we can talk about other players that have been in that same situation. It's not the cornerback that was playing with the Patriots. What's not JC? What's JC?
Malcolm.
Who was the free agent that was balling out, getting all them? It was just you was playing with him, James.
Probably JC then.
Was it Jimmy Garoppolo?
No, I'm talking about other players that were in that situation that got picked up for breadcrumbs, were only getting breadcrumbs because they were a free agent or one of the bottom of the barrel picks.
And New England paid them.
But New England was also in a position to win.
They paid JC.
Oh, they paid JC. No. Not San Fran, San Diego or LA.
Yeah. Understood. Go somewhere else and let them pay him. If you're trying to, I'm just saying, if you're trying to change things for your organization, and not Jimmy, and Brock Purdy's not going to be the answer or the game changer for you to turn it around, then why not start over? Why not? Why waste the bread? I'm not saying it's a bread. I'm not saying it's a waste because he's a great player. He's a great quarterback. But if you're saying that the window is closed already, like, why waste it? Why not start fresh and try to figure it out?
Window may be closed for 10 more years. You get rid of
him. You setting the franchise back. Okay. That's why I said, Warren.
It may or may not. I don't know.
But I mean, you can go either way. You keep him and it never works. You never make it back. Then what? I mean, we're talking about what?
The GM cap a little questionable tonight, bro. I don't know.
Okay. So they decide to keep him, right? They decide to keep him. They decide to pay him all that cheese, and they don't sniff the playoffs for the next 10 years. Then what? Oh, Brock was still a great idea.
You keep saying sniff the playoffs like y'all division, like. And again, I was on your hold on,
but it's possible. I'm not saying that.
We still pull that up.
Hold on.
Speaking of that,
hold on. I was on board saying, bro, NFC West, the best division. Trash, bro. Bad last year.
Hey, I'm not disagreeing with you.
And the teams aren't on that side of that division. Like, bro,
I'm not disagreeing. I don't think
nobody's scared. I don't think nobody's scared of the Cardinals. I don't think nobody's
still have to play 18 weeks.
No, for sure, bro, for sure. But
so, like, if you can't beat everybody else on the schedule, it don't matter.
I ain't starting brand new with a young court when I can't quarterback. He don't work this way. He done thugged it, bro. He done thugged it for y'all.
I get it.
You gotta take care. You gotta take care of in-house.
I hear you. I get what
you're saying. You at GM, you gonna get rid of everybody.
That's not true, bro. That's not true. I'm just going off of what I just gave you a difference of opinion after what you just said. You literally just said the window is closed. So if they want to be a franchise that contends, that has to shed a lot of bad. They're gonna have to pay a lot of people money. If you want to share contracts, that's a massive contract that you're gonna have to pay. So why not? Or be one of the teams that trade up to get a core. I'm just thinking. Otherwise, you keep them, you tank, you get another quarterback next. I don't know.
I'll let GK walk and I'll draft Tyler Warren, bro, at 12.
Which you
want to talk about? Yeah, like I don't know what the number is GK asking for, but if he asking for something crazy, where you want to go, fam? You done did me good. You know how the business work. I hate that it got to go like this, but
why wouldn't you do that with Brock? Why won't you do that with Brock? George Kittle been loyal.
You need a quarterback, Warren.
I understand that, but
and you keep saying go draft a rookie quarterback. How many in the past years, bro? How many rookie quarterbacks been really ready, fam? Not many, bro.
But you also got to look at the organizations that they've gone to. You look at a CJ Stroud who went to a Houston Texans organization that had just picked up a pretty good coach. They had some pretty decent pieces around him, and CJ Stroud had a phenomenal rookie season. Like, you can't just
huge fan of CJ. Division, not really that good, right?
Okay.
And then hold on.
You just said NFC West wasn't good. So
hold on.
What's your point?
Division really not that good. And then also too, bro, I think you've seen it with this past year. Nobody had film on him, bro. Now that the tape is out, I know what he struggled with. I know what coverages he liked. I know what he don't like. You feel me? So,
but he gave you a chance. He gave you a chance, and he made the playoffs. He gave you a chance, and he made the playoffs twice. So why can't another? And here, to your point,
you just want Brock out the division, bro. No, and that's okay, fam. It's okay.
Trust me, I ain't worried. I'm not worried.
I want Baker out of the division. I want Bryce Young out of the division.
But here what
I ain't worried about him, but I still want the ass out of the division.
But hear what I'm saying. Though. You just said you're looking at a rookie quarterback that they didn't have film on, right? They don't have film on a rookie quarterback coming out of the draft. You literally just said he's in an easy division. You just said the NFC West was easy.
We're going to be here all night talking about this, James. So you might as well just switch to the next topic.
And he's in a good organization. The Niners organization is a good organization.
Listen, bro.
And Shanahan is really good.
I ain't gonna lie,
it's not the Browns, and it's not the Titans, and it's not the the Giants. That's been Poochie's the last 20 years.
Warren, bro. Listen, we locked in for life, fam. Like, brothers, bro.
That's cool.
You just showing me, bro. Nigga get in there and work hard for you.
I'm not the only one that I guarantee I'm not the only one that thinks that.
You ain't gonna pay me no fees, no nothing. That's crazy.
I'm not saying that, bro. You can ask, hey man, let me hook you up where you want to go, just like you gonna do GK. That's any player. You just said it. You gonna do GK that way too. GK been a clutch piece for you for years. Now you gonna do that to GK?
Yeah, GK can go, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, what you mean?
All right, man. Y'all be talking all night about
my bad, y'all. My bad.
We gonna turn to some college football. There was a new rule that was set in place last week for teams faking these injuries when teams are going no huddle and this and that to try and slow the game down, get some substitutions. Now, if the ball is spotted and a player lays down and acts like he's hurt, even if he really is hurt, it's gonna be a penalty thrown. So they're really trying to get rid of people trying to delay the game and slow things down with the faking injuries and all that. Ole Miss was infamous for this last year. What's y'all thoughts on this? I mean, I think it's good, man. I mean, it's been going on for a long time. Maybe not maybe a flag. I guess a flag is the best way to really get discourage people from doing it. I think it has to happen because you literally see teams like every other play, somebody laying on the ground after the play. You can never really get no flow for them up-tempo offenses. That's how you wear the defensive lineman now. You get a little bit of advantage offensively when those dudes are gassed. Now Warren shrugging his shoulders, he a defensive lineman. So
what more you got to do to get a defensive disadvantage, bro? Like,
what you mean? We can't run up tempo because you tired.
We can't run up tempo. We got to get on the ball. We can't be like,
hey, bro. I remember we played Arizona State, y'all last year, or James, y'all last year. The receiver ran a go ball, right? He just clear out. He ain't even run back. He ran a go ball, ran to the sideline, from the sideline, like behind the cheerleaders and shit, and ran back to the mindful you, bro. I'm looking, bro. receiver already lined up, ready to go. I said, "Oh yeah, bro, these boys here tripping, fam." I had cotton mouth by like the second, third play of the game. I said, "It's about to be a long night."
What more do you want from me?
It's been a long night.
It's funny you say that because my rookie year, talking to Jimmy Garoppolo, he said they had a play like just for that. They sub in a backup receiver, send him on a go ball, and then they just throw that shit out. If you catch it, it don't matter. Like, get to the sideline, you can throw another one.
You can't do that on defense. Well, I mean, now I guess they give you like the substitution rule where the offense.
Offense subs. You like
so that makes sense. But
I mean,
I don't even think you can monitor that, dog. Like somebody running a clear out route, running to the sideline, and by the next time you look, the other receiver.
But now they got the substitution rule though. So
now they got the substitution rule.
So at least they'll slow the game down. You catch a breath. This is before though. He run off the field. Dude come in, get to the hash, get back out there.
Get back down there.
Let's rise. You're going right.
I think it's OD though. The flag is OD, fam.
Yeah, the flag is wild.
You got another way. I think you could find teams like if they go back and review it, fam, and you really out there like cramp, and you ain't got no damn cramp. 100 bands fine. Or not 100, 100. Like make it something that's gonna really hurt, bro. Because it's people like who really do be hurt, bro. Like I'm low key about to cramp. But you telling me they gonna throw a 15, they gonna throw a flag,
or don't even penalize it. Just do a runoff, just like you normally do. There's been an official timeout for an injured player, 10-second runoff. Like make it affect the game that way, but don't throw a flag on a 15-yard penalty because if somebody's actually down and injured, bro,
get out for they spot that ball. If you hurt, you gonna lay there.
But that's what I'm saying. The extra stuff I get, the extra stuff like after the play has been done, you standing up and then you just fall down. I get it. Like that's obvious.
That's what people be doing. So that's
for sure.
Hey,
but I'm thinking you're saying.
They look to the sideline coach like.
Fall.
No, boy, you ever seen that?
I don't heard Toy Story. Get out, James, get out. Like, bro,
he's coming.
He hear you.
Bro, that joint be crazy, man. Dude be tripping. But I think it's a good rule. Maybe a flag may be excessive, fine, may be a good idea, but at least in the first year, I think they got to flag people to really discourage them. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion. But we'll go to a social standout here, man. I think this is a pretty funny clip. Pretty sure Warren threw this in the chat, man. It's really how that joint used to be if you was on kickoff return, boy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my God, bro!
Boy, you got that man.
Man, what the fuck?
1, 2.
Hey, bro, that's a funny ass,
bro. That joint be real now. You got that psycho. You got a block on that kickoff team. You literally counting. Nah, let me reach
out.
Hey, I got the R5 and the F5. Ask a question. You know dang well.
Hey,
that's the dude you got to block.
I'm gonna tell you, hey Warren, fam, switch with me, bro. Blame it on me, fam. Blame it on me.
I ain't gonna. Hey, I was the five freshman and sophomore, or redshirt freshman and sophomore year.
Running out like a crash.
We had a and I'm pretty sure every team got this in the league, but at the time, we had a guy by the name of Cliff Matthews, bro. This mug was about 6'6", 290. He played DN at South Carolina. This mug easy ran a 4.5, bro. They had to put the R5. I remember watching that man doing preseason for a kickoff. Trucking people, bro, and moving, dog. I'm like, golly.
Bro, that
right, was hilarious.
That ain't right, man.
Hey,
but they was the wedge busters.
Hey, tell them boys about Ryan running down there.
Yeah,
he was terrorizing you and Abby, fam.
It was him. It was Ryan, and my teammate in New England, Nate Ebner. I never forget, dog. We was at Ohio State, your freshman year, and we was on me back there kick off return. They killing us back. Like, I'm talking about ain't nobody blocked. Like dude's flying down full speed. Then we get to the sideline. When you got a bad return, everybody kind of come together talking like what went wrong. Pretty sure it was AJ. He's like, man, they got this dude, man. He got a he got a cowboy collar. He like pointing. He pointing at dude. He's like,
number one.
Right. So at the time, I ain't really laugh. It was like the heat of the game, but he was kind of describing it. And then once I got to New England, like my rookie year, I'm talking to people, and like Nate's like, yeah, I went to Ohio State, and then he's a special teams player. I'm like, what number were you like at Ohio State? I'm like, did you have like a cowboy collar? Like, yeah, that's. I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. Why you here for special teams? That makes perfect sense. That was you they was talking about. Yeah, him and Ryan, them boys
was terrorizing y'all ass, dog.
Ohio State with Urban too. They had like that joke. They like kick it in the corner, like, hey.
The boy before the doing the little bounce and stuff before the kick.
Found them boy running past all you hear, Buckeye. Them boy crazy, dog. Bro, that's what I miss about football the most. Like, bro, some of the like interactions and stuff in between the game, bro, that junk be so funny. I promise you can't make this. You can't make it up, dog.
Bro, it's crazy, dog. Especially them sideline conversations, dog. Bro, I don't know if you weren't there, so but you was at Michigan State Warren with Frank Tamakalo.
Bro, yes. Bro, yeah.
Bro, we had to do
Monty Cross. That's Coach Cross.
We had some injuries. We had some injuries on our kickoff team. So coach looking for people to run down R5. He grabbed Frank. Frank is he's an R5.
Frank was a missile now.
Now he a missile now. Like he gonna run full speed. He gonna crash out. Like coach grabbed him. Like, look, Frank, I want you to run down there. You're gonna be the R5. I want you.
Hey, shout out Frank, dog. You a real one, bro. Hey, shout out Frank. Shout out Frank, dog. For real.
I know Coach probably saying some bullshit, bro.
Frank, you gonna be in the R5. I want you flying that motherfucker. Blow that fucking wedge up. Like I'm seeing like all this happen, like like real life. Oh man, my dog, get out there, bro. I don't even know if it was. I think they did return it. My dog
they did. They returned it, though.
They had that wedge set up for him.
About three.
Like
he heard it too.
He started walking to the other sideline. We started walking to Michigan State sideline type.
Bro.
Joint was crazy, bro. Frank was out for the game. Like, but and then the kicker though, like we lost the game. So next day, Sunday, we watching the film. It's dead silent in that motherfucker, right?
That part coming out too.
and you know who it is too. You know who the loudest.
Yo. He can't help himself. Everybody know the play coming.
Oh my god!
He rolled through the tape. Here come the play. Oh, Frank, he get decleated and yo. What the fuck y'all laughing at? He said sacrifice his body for the public. Right. That's right.
Man, I know y'all boy. I know it's dead quiet. I know y'all boys want to bust out laughing, bro.
Oh my bro, and that boy Yo was so funny, bro. Shouts out Antonio, bro. That's so hilarious.
That was one of the funniest moments.
Yeah.
Shout out my dog Frank. Man.
We had that at Arizona State, bro. I'll never forget, bro. The night before we played Arizona State, it's a bunch of us sitting at the table, obviously eating ice cream and stuff like that. You know how it go, bro. TJ Raynard, bro. He like, bro, because he running down on kickoff. He like, bro, I doubt for y'all boys. We like, hell yeah. Man, bro, I promise y'all, I'm gonna find the damn play, bro. That boy ran down. I'm talking about this. Bro, it's not running out his nose.
Wow. Hey, shout out TJ, bro. Shout out TJ,
bro. Man. Oh, shoot, bro. We like, damn, that boy really went out there and died for us,
dog. Spoken into existence,
damn, bro. That's all, bro. I promise.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I miss my ball the most, bro. I miss my ball the most.
Man, that joint be wild. Crazy moments, man. Football, dog. I mean, we all done got
for
at
sure.
some
That's
point.
bad.
So we all done had our time.
We all done got definitely.
Yeah. we gonna turn the page to NBA playoffs. We got NBA playoffs. The first round is underway right now. So currently we have the Thunder, they're up 2-0 on the Grizzlies. We got Boston's up 1-0 on the Magic. We got the Lakers and Timberwolves playing right now. Lakers are up, but we got some decent series going on. My Heat, we looking kind of, we might be getting swept in the first round, but we might be exhausted from taking out the Bulls. That may be what happened.
We had that last week. This y'all
But then we got we got the Pacers. Pacers up 2-0 on the Bucks. I know Dame was hurt and whatnot. We back at it tomorrow. We're gonna shake back. And we had the Warriors too. They up 1-0 on the Rockets. Steph and Jimmy been going crazy. So
yeah.
They're gonna be real dangerous. I don't know what y'all seen from the NBA playoffs so far. Then we also had a good game. The two games between the Clippers
and Denver.
Nuggets, man, they've been on fire. They've been coming down to the wire. Kawhi Leonard looked like back to his old self now. With Kawhi healthy,
hey, that boy was crazy.
That's a dangerous man. So I don't know what y'all seen from the NBA playoffs so far, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say off the rip, like Kawhi, bro. It's been crazy, and it's been fun to watch him. Obviously, because if you was watching basketball back like in 2012 and all that stuff like that when he was with the Spurs, and then even when he left San Antonio and went to Toronto, obviously like a mysterious, interesting person. But then it's always been funny to me to see how he reacted and then go out there and he just be cooking. Obviously because of injuries and all that stuff like that, he hasn't been able to partake in the playoffs. So to see him go back out there and hoop, I think yesterday he had 37.
Yeah, 37 on the thing.
Yeah, off like 15 to 19 or 15 to 18, something shooting. Like he barely could miss that much. So I think if he continue to play like that, I think the Clippers might be dangerous moving forward, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be something too. Like if James Harden get him his first chip, that'd definitely be dope. Yeah. And for Kawhi too, after the load management and being unhealthy, having these vintage, like playoff performances to see that team, be able to win it. Obviously, they got Tyronn Lue too as their coach, so we know he know how to coach when it come down to crunch time. That'd definitely be dope. But I think that series definitely going. I feel like that might go 7. Like that thing, that joint been stressful. That's probably gonna be the best series of the first round, in my opinion. I think the Celtics end up probably rolling past the Magic. Warriors. I think the Warriors and Rockets. I feel like that might be one that goes 7-2 though. Them Rockets. They got
They're young.
They're young for sure. But they gonna bounce back. Steph gonna come out cooking game one. They gotta figure out a little bit of a better game plan to slow him and Jimmy down, or at least just let one of them cook. You can't let both of them have 30+ points. That's a recipe for disaster. I think the most surprising one for me is definitely the Pacers Bucks. I mean, I know Pacers are a good basketball team. I know Dame hurt and whatnot. For them to be up 2-0, on the Bucks already, that's a little bit of a surprise to me. I know it's still got a lot of games to play. But it's been getting chippy because I saw like Halliburton, Dane, they were going at it when he wasn't even playing. So I love to see that though. I love to see the competition. Obviously, you don't get that, every so. I mean, actually, the NBA, them boy been they've been kind of been hostile to the NBA kind of lately. So it's good to see that competition. But definitely excited, for the rest of the NBA playoffs. And before we wrap, we go check out Ja Morant. He really debuted his Ja threes, just the other night in his first playoff game. I think these joints they pretty fire. They kind of look like a Kobe a little bit, a little exaggerated Kobe. Got it kind of like the Dion's too, with the kind of ripples coming out the bottom of the shoe, and actually like the Nike check and a little bit of the art says Ja. So that's like a cool little detail with it. But he said he wanted something a little bit more bold for his third sneaker. But I think they're pretty cool for the first colorway too. A little bit of a like a purplish, pinkish color. I think they kind of dope. I don't know how y'all feel about the Ja threes.
It's different. I think when I first seen it and I seen that Nike check like slanted or however you would say that, I was just like, I've never seen that before. So sure, so I don't hoop, right? I'm sure it's a dope basketball shoe. I don't really know how you're gonna freak that with a fit on a Friday, Saturday night, but you see it all the time with people. They know how to get creative with it. So I'll be interested to see how somebody throw the fit together with those for sure.
Rocking with them, War.
I rock with them. I think they're nice. Like I think they're different. Like y'all said. I mean, I don't think I've seen the Nike check manipulated in a different way from what it normally is. Since, or I mean, not saying it was a long time ago, but like the Travis Scotts, right? They were different. They're nice. Changed the game a little bit. So I mean, I think they're cool. I mean, I like to see maybe some different colorways, but you know, I ain't big into the pink and whatnot. But I mean, it go with the uniform and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know how you're gonna play them. You might just have to have them strictly for hooping.
Yeah, it's a strictly on course. You definitely got to see some more colorways. But the shout out to Ja. You know, hopefully keep on the straight and narrow. No more weapon celebrations, man. No more weapon celebrations. But that's a wrap, you know, for this Money Down podcast on the Believe Network. Make sure you guys join the Money Down Discord. Yeah, we definitely got the merch on there. You can check out the merch. We got the gaming chats. We got college football chat, NBA chat, NFL chat, whatever y'all want to talk about. We're gonna be in there, chop it up, you know, have a good time. Definitely do some giveaways too. Definitely gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely excited to see the community grow. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. Be back again next Tuesday.
Xbox.
Join the Discord.
Xbox.
Join the Discord.
Duty 2K.
Play all of it, duty. We do it. We about that. For sure.
Boy, say BTA.
BTA shout.
Put lines up through my essence. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings.